Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. I swear I'm going to sneeze. If I do, I'm sorry. Welcome back to Big Mouth, and you can keep this conversation going with me over on my Twitter at Movies TV Mad, on my Vero at Big Mouth 1, and the extension to this channel is Instagram Big Mouth. So welcome to the Star Wars, DC, and Marvel show. Now, we're going to be reading an article where they interviewed Lou Ferrigno over on Collider or Hollywood Reporter or whatever. Not very happy with Professor Hulk in Avengers Endgame. It's only what I've been saying, that basically Professor Hulk is a watered down abomination. So we're going to be talking about that. So that's the Marvel aspect of today's show. We're also going to be filling in the blanks from this big news that Todd Phillips is in negotiations to do a Joker sequel, which I've already covered in this week's podcast, which is uploaded now. By the time this video is uploaded, that will be uploaded. It's all very confusing. So that's Star Wars. And, of course, with Star Wars, I'm going to talk about Star Wars. I'm getting lost now. Star Wars, very exciting news, and that's what we're going to start off with on the Star Wars, DC, and Marvel show, that I'm hearing that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will be put in principal charge of development of TV and film projects over at Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy is not going to be removed, but her job will be more bureaucratic and stuff that's to her strengths. Look, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. Mistakes have been made, gifts have been exchanged, but Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau come as a joint twosome thing, and that's great. They've already proven in 3 episodes of The Mandalorian they're an absolutely great team. Tonight they've already posted some Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker character posters, which I will be putting on my Instagram page, a Big Mouth, as I've already mentioned, just in case you want to give me a follow. So listen, I'm excited about this. Since I've kind of woken up, and I was kind of following the kind of narrative of the fandom menace with the hate. But then I woke up one day and realised they're just a bunch of haters, and I want to give Disney Star Wars another chance, you know. I think I like The Force Awakens. I don't think I know. I think The Last Jedi could have been better. I was a bit underwhelmed by it, but I'm willing to give The Rise of Skywalker a chance. And Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau as a twosome, you know, developing TV and movie projects is a great idea. And I don't see how anyone can be angry about this. Look, the fandom menace are always going to keep on trying to manipulate people into hating Star Wars. I do apologise, but at the end of the day, there will be different creeds and colours and representations of females as well as males on Star Wars now. That's where we are now, but it doesn't mean you have to hate it just because of that. So I think that Filoni and Favreau being in charge of Star Wars, developing TV and movie projects, is two great appointments. Filoni should have been developing this stuff from the beginning. Favreau is a genius. He can act, he can direct, he can write. He's a very talented guy that Disney trusts. Disney trusts like a handful of people. You'll notice they've got all similar creatives on their MCU projects, their Star Wars projects. They're not going to bring anyone from the outside. And look, I think it's great news. And when you look at Favreau and you look at Filoni, this is really, really good news. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. But comment down below. If you're happy about this, smash a like on this video. Let me know what you think about this. But I'm being positive about Star Wars now. We are stuck with Disney developing Star Wars. They've learned from their mistakes as far as I'm concerned. I think The Rise of Skywalker is going to be amazing. I'm saying it now, if I'm wrong. But I plead with you, go and watch the movie and make your own minds up. You know, boycotting Star Wars, if you're a Star Wars fan, is a dumb thing to do. Maybe you don't want to make Disney money and you don't want to be a click on their kind of box office, but at the end of the day, don't worry about what these Fortune 500 companies are making. Just forget about the finances. Enjoy your movies. Go and watch it. If you don't like it, you can come back here on Big Mouth and let me know why. I'll certainly be honest about The Rise of Skywalker once I finally see it. But at the end of the day, Filoni and Favreau, developing these projects is the right move. This is what we wanted from Disney, to start learning from their mistakes and put someone or a couple of people in charge that actually know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I've got a feeling that George Lucas may even get a position at Disney Star Wars at New Lucasfilm. So watch this space. But also we're hearing that Kathleen Kennedy has got a director in mind for the next Star Wars movie in 2022. So I would assume this will be purely a director, and Favreau and Filoni could kind of construct, write the story, or Filoni and Favreau may write, and Favreau may actually direct the movie. That wouldn't surprise me. As I say, they're just going to use a handful of people with Star Wars. They're going to use people that they trust. Favreau is a fantastic modern-day director, so I'm excited. I believe you should be excited too, but you should feel how you want. I just feel if you're going to take this narrative of the fandom menace, you're just going to be upset and angry. This is my opinion. How long can we keep on barking about The Last Jedi? We didn't like it because of one reason or the other. How long can we keep on going on about Rian Johnson and what we believe they did wrong? Look, The Last Jedi is a misstep. No question about it. And this is the problem with people who hate the prequels. They won't let it go. There's some Star Wars fans that just don't let things go. It's time to calm down. Be happy. We're Star Wars fans. We've got a film to look forward to in December. Start embracing some positivity, please. Right. Earlier on the Big Mouth podcast, which you'll be able to see later on, I broke the news that Todd Phillips is in discussions to write and direct a Joker movie sequel. So we already know that. That's really excited. I'm pumped. I'm too excited. I can never get my words out properly. You should definitely go and watch a more professional channel. Don't stay here. But anyway, that is just one part of a two-pronged agreement that Todd Phillips is negotiating, because not only will he be writing and directing a Joker movie sequel, he will write and direct, or maybe at least write and bring in another director, or maybe bring another director to write and direct a new DC character origin movie. It could be a villain, it could be a hero. He is extending this, he's developing this Black Label movie universe. And that's what I want to discuss, actually. What character, villain or hero, do you think that Todd Phillips or whoever he brings in should develop for the next Black Label movie? I mean, Lex Luthor's a popular choice. Someone on Twitter said Poison Ivy. That would be very, very exciting as well. Get the right actor in. It wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of try and develop a female villain or character as well, to keep it fair. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, of course. A Catwoman movie would be awesome if they do it properly and it's not too stupid or campy. But there's so many characters, heroes and villains and other people in the DC universe. You could do a Martian Manhunter original story. It's the dark, because it's the Black Label, it doesn't mean it all has to be gritty and realistic. Each character, and also it could be like a Black Mirror. It doesn't all have to be in the same universe. They could just be one story, then move on. But as they're doing a Joker movie sequel, anything's possible now. And I also said on my podcast that there's so many things they can do with this Joker sequel as well. They can introduce Batman. They've shown us his origin story. They can do it 10 years later. They can work on this thing where maybe Arthur Fleck and Batman are actually half brothers. And they use that. They can actually do a character kind of study on Batman if they wanted to. There's so many characters. I would like them to do a character that maybe isn't that popular. Try and do kind of a think piece, a character study on someone we haven't seen a lot of. Deathstroke. That would be awesome as well. But in the comments below, please let me know what you think. Who would you like Todd Phillips? What character would you like him to develop next in this Black Label universe? I like Lex Luthor. I actually think We've already seen a great Lex Luthor character study in Smallville. So would they be repeating themselves again? I think it would be awesome. People love Lex Luthor. But what they do next is obviously up to them. But we're fans and we've got the right to kind of say, oh, they could do him or they could do her. That would be really, really exciting for me. So now, in the final part of the Star Wars DC Marvel show, we are going to talk about Lou Ferrigno, who is the original Incredible Hulk. Of course, Bill Bixby played the David Banner role, and Lou played an awesome Incredible Hulk. Original Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, has a bone to pick with Mark Ruffalo's Smart Hulk. Lou Ferrigno made a name for himself in Hollywood by starring as the Hulk in CBS's comic book television series The Incredible Hulk, which ran for 5 seasons from 78 to 82. Actor Bill Bixby starred in the series as Bruce Banner, with Ferrigno taking over the role whenever the character transformed into his angry green alter ego. For Ferrigno, one of the Hulk's defining traits is the character's hideous physical appearance. The Hulk is not supposed to be pretty, but apparently Avengers Endgame didn't get the memo. Ferrigno dissed the record-breaking Marvel movie during a recent appearance at Canada's Hamilton Comic Con via Comic Movie because of how attractive the Hulk was presented. What's happening is that the first 2 Hulk movies, the CGI was improving, but the last one, Endgame, I was disappointed. Ferrigno said, because the Hulk needs to be hideous, he needs to be a creature. You see in Endgame, Mark Ruffalo, I think it has a lot to do with him and Disney. I didn't like the way it portrayed Hulk. It took away that beauty, that quality of the Hulk. That's why a lot of people like the series. Avengers Endgame introduced Smart Hulk, irritation of Ruffalo's character. The film jumps forward in time 5 years to reveal that Bruce Banner has made peace with his alter ego and the two have fused together more permanently. The new Hulk looks more like Ruffalo than ever before, complete with close-shaved facial hair and glasses. The look of the Smart Hulk prompted several think pieces in the character's newfound attractiveness, which clearly rubbed Ferrigno the wrong way. Considering the ending of the Endgame, Ruffalo's Smart Hulk will continue to appear in the MCU. Ruffalo recently told Comic Book that he has a desired character arc in mind for Smart Hulk's future in the MCU. I'd like to see him hang out with some of the new folks, you know. He said maybe like a guru to some of the younger ones. It's ridiculous, isn't it? The actor currently is not confirmed in the MCU movies, but will most likely return at some point. Look, it's simple. You can go and check my homepage. I've said this a lot in videos. Mark Ruffalo's Professor Hulk is an abomination. What they did with him in Infinity War was an abomination. He was scared of Thanos, the Hulk. Scared. Imagine that. What Feige's done here, he has created a kid-friendly Hulk because we wouldn't want to see a scary Hulk. We wouldn't want to scare anyone and put off those Disney-friendly audiences. Now we know they're developing a She-Hulk TV series. I bet you she's ferocious. I bet you she's scary because she happens to be a woman. That's the problem here. This is how they don't get it. They have watered down the Hulk with this horrible Professor Hulk abomination. And what Lou Ferrigno is saying is what most of us fans have been saying all along. It really is despicable. They have ruined the Hulk. You know, Feige got rid of Ed Norton, that's his name. I nearly forgot his name. Told you when I'm excited and a bit emotional, I forget names. But, you know, Ed Norton, great actor. He's already told us recently his ideas for the Hulk, and it sounded compelling. Feige got rid of him because he doesn't like death, and he doesn't. And you know, Disney and the MC and Marvel Studios don't like to kind of scare that Disney-friendly audience, and that's the problem with Disney. And this is why they create problems and they get criticism from all quarters. Professor Hulk is an abomination. He's terrible. I love the Hulk in both first 2 Avengers movies that Joss Whedon did. But then they dumbed him down. They even dumbed him down, really, in Whedon's second Avengers movie by making him being controlled by Black Widow. Absolutely ridiculous. You've heard what Ruffalo wants next. Well, he's only echoing what Feige's already said. So for me, not a great future for the Hulk. Lou Ferrigno is very passionate about the Hulk, and a lot of you MCU stans are going to go at him. I know you will, as the studio will. But personally, I think Lou Ferrigno is spot on. So please come in down at the comments. Tell me what you think about all of this. I'm excited about Star Wars. I'm excited about what Todd Phillips is planning for the DC Black Label universe. And I just wish we had a better, more adult version of The Incredible Hulk. Please like the video if you liked it and share it, please. And also share the channel. And I will speak to you later.